There is something happening inside your head right now that you are completely unaware of. Not a feeling. Not a thought. Something deeper. Something your brain has been doing since the moment you were born, filtering, hiding, and rewriting reality before you even get a chance to see it. And the strangest part? You will never catch it in the act. Because the moment you try to look, it stops. What you call your mind is not a window to the world. It is a magician. And you are always the audience, never the one behind the curtain. Most people go through their entire lives believing they are in control. That what they see, hear, and feel is an accurate picture of the world around them. That their memories are reliable. That their decisions are rational. That who they are is something they chose. But science tells a very different story. And once you hear it, you will never look at yourself the same way again. Let's start with something simple. Right now, as you watch this, you think you are seeing everything in your field of vision clearly. But you are not. Your eyes have a blind spot, a small area where the optic nerve connects and absolutely no visual information is received. There is a hole in your vision. A literal gap. And yet you have never seen it. Why? Because your brain fills it in. It looks at the information around the gap, makes a guess, and paints something in. You are not seeing reality. You are seeing your brain's best guess at reality. And this is just the beginning. Your brain processes 11 million bits of information every single second. 11 million. But your conscious mind, the part of you reading these words right now, can only handle about 50 of those bits. 50. That means every second of your life, your brain is silently discarding 10,999,950 pieces of information it decided you didn't need to see. Who made that decision? Not you. You were never even asked. Something beneath your awareness, something ancient and automatic, is constantly deciding what is real and what gets thrown away before you ever know it existed. This is where it gets truly unsettling. Because that filtering system is not neutral. It is shaped by your fears, your past, your traumas, your desires. It has been trained by every experience you have ever had. Which means two people can stand in the exact same room, look at the exact same scene, and walk away with two completely different versions of what just happened. Neither of them is lying. Both of them are absolutely certain they are right. But they are each seeing the world through a completely different hidden filter, a filter built in silence, over years, without their permission. Psychologists call it the confirmation bias. Your brain is hardwired to seek out information that confirms what it already believes and ignore everything that challenges it. You think you are open-minded. You think you weigh the evidence fairly. But your brain has already decided. It shows you what fits and hides what doesn't. Every argument you have ever won inside your own head, every time you felt completely certain you were right, that feeling was manufactured. By a system that was protecting a story. A story about who you are, what the world is like, and what is safe to believe. But here is the part that truly stops people in their tracks. Your memories are not recordings. They are reconstructions. Every single time you remember something, your brain pulls it apart and rebuilds it from scratch. And each time it rebuilds it, it uses your current emotions, your current beliefs, your current fears to fill in the missing pieces. Which means the memory you have of your childhood, of your worst day, of your greatest triumph, it has been quietly edited. Over and over again. Without your knowledge. The person you remember being may never have existed quite the way you think they did. And the story you tell yourself about your life is, in part, fiction. Beautiful, personal, deeply felt fiction, but fiction nonetheless. Now pause and ask yourself something. If your brain hides information from you, rewrites your memories, and filters your reality through your fears, then who exactly is making your decisions? Because you feel like it's you. The decision to get up in the morning. The choice you made in that argument. The reason you fell in love with that person. It all feels deliberate. It all feels conscious. But neuroscientists have found something that should shake you to your core. In a landmark study, researchers measured brain activity while people made decisions. They found that the brain had already made the decision, up to 10 full seconds, before the person was consciously aware of choosing anything. 10 seconds. The choice was made in the dark, in the deep unconscious, and only then was the signal sent upward into your awareness so you could feel like you were the one deciding. You are not the driver. You are the passenger who has been convinced they are steering. This is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to free you. Because here is what the greatest thinkers, therapists, and neuroscientists have come to understand: the hidden mind is not your enemy. It is trying to protect you. Every filter it applies, every memory it softens or sharpens, every decision it makes in the dark, it is running on a program built entirely to keep you safe. The problem is that program was written a long time ago. It was written by a younger version of you. A version who was afraid. A version who was hurt. A version who made rules about the world based on experiences that may no longer be true. That child version of you decided that certain things were dangerous. That love leads to abandonment. That failure means you are worthless. That showing emotion is weakness. And your hidden mind took those rules and encoded them so deep that they now run silently beneath everything you think, feel, and do. You are walking through your adult life playing by rules written by someone who no longer exists, and you cannot even see the rulebook. The people who change their lives are not the ones who try harder or think more positively. They are the ones who dare to look inward long enough to catch a glimpse of the hidden architecture. Through therapy. Through meditation. Through radical honesty. Through sitting in silence long enough that the noise fades and something deeper speaks. It is not comfortable. It is not fast. But it is the most important work a human being can ever do. Because until you see the filter, you will keep mistaking it for the truth. There is a version of you on the other side of that awareness. A version that responds instead of reacts. A version that chooses instead of being chosen for. A version that sees people more clearly, loves more openly, and moves through the world with a quiet confidence, not because life got easier, but because the hidden distortions finally came to light. That version is not some idealized fantasy. It is what is left when you stop letting the hidden mind run unchecked. You will never see your blind spot directly. That is its nature. But now you know it is there. And knowing changes everything. Because from this moment forward, every time you feel absolutely certain about something, every time you feel an inexplicable fear, an unexplained reaction, a pull towards something you cannot fully explain, you can pause. You can ask, is this me? Or is this the part of me that has been hiding in the dark, making decisions I never agreed to? The mind is extraordinary. It has carried you this far. But it has also been quietly shaping your reality in ways you were never meant to see. The question is not whether this is happening. It is. The question is whether you are willing to look. Because the moment you start paying attention to what your mind is hiding, you stop being its passenger. And for the first time, maybe the first time in your life, you begin to drive.